I wrote with a guy named Radney Foster. He's okay. We just had the opportunity to sing it at, we sang this song at halftime at a San Antonio Spurs game. The craziest thing was that LeBron James, they were playing Cleveland, so LeBron James was playing. That guy's really big. They're all really big. I'm kind of a tall guy. I felt like, I need to eat my Wheaties. Now this song came about because I was playing this concert at Launchstool Air Base. And a friend of mine, Helen Patton, who's George Patton's granddaughter, married to a German. Go figure. Talk about like, trying to wipe some karma clean. Anyway, so she invited me to come play at Launchstool, and so I was there. It was awful. It was just terrible. I was playing in this hospital cafeteria for 60 guys. They just come out of Iraq, and they didn't like me. They weren't listening. And I mean, so if you just picture this room as a cafeteria with a big long table in it, in the basement. I went into the room as a table, another table set up with everything you'd ever want on a sandwich. It covered the whole wall, And the other end of the room is me, sitting there with my guitar, singing songs about me. And just wasn't connected. All these guys wanted was some lettuce without dirt in it, Anyway, I just couldn't wait to get out of there. I was just thinking, God, I don't like these guys. They don't like me. I got nothing in common with them. They don't have anything in common with me. I can't wait. This is a ridiculous idea. And I was packing up my stuff after my songs. I was on the ground. And in Bugs Bunny cartoons, when the anvil's about to fall on Wile E. Coyote, the anvil starts really small, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Well, it's like the shadow came over me and just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I looked up and it was this Marine. And he was like standing there and he goes, "Is that a Collings guitar?" It was this guitar. And I go, "Yes." Yes, it is, sir. And he goes, "Well, wow, I haven't played one of those in a long time." And I said, "Well, here, play this one." And I handed him my guitar thinking, well, obviously this guy can't play very well. I'm just going to humor him, he's just like whatever. Well, and I was thinking, if he'll play my guitar for a minute, I'll get the rest of my stuff packed up and I can get out of here even faster. Well, he proceeded to somehow transform himself into Jimi Hendrix. And just ripped on my guitar, and the whole place got really quiet, which kind of pissed me off. I gotta go, man. Why don't you hand that thing back to me, He handed my guitar back to me. I was like, wow, that's pretty amazing, man. So how do you know about Collings guitars, because they're kind of guitar snobby guitars. And he goes, well, my brother-in-law plays them. And I was like, oh yeah, sure. Is he a musician? He goes, oh yeah, he's a musician. I went, yeah, cool. Is he in a band? I'm just making conversation here, trying to get out. And he goes, oh yeah, he's in a band. He's in a Cajun band. And I'm thinking, thankfully, there's not too many famous Cajun bands. It's a joke. Anyway. But I go, oh yeah? What's the name of the band? He goes, that's Beau Soleil. Oh no! I said, your brother-in-law's in Beau Soleil. He goes, yeah. I said, so, is your brother-in-law the guitar player in Beau Soleil? He goes, yeah. And I said, is it David? Yeah. And he goes, yeah. I said, your brother-in-law's David. Does that mean? I said, oh man, I know your brother-in-law. I did gigs with your brother-in-law when I opened up for Beau Soleil when I was like 25 or something. I said, wow, are you from southern Louisiana like those guys? And he goes, oh, I'm from Louisiana, but I'm from Monroe. Which is like a whole other country. They actually have cultural exchanges with high school kids between Monroe and Baton Rouge. You don't have to have a passport, but it might come in handy. I was like, wow, when I was a kid, 22, 21, I used to disappear from college for a few weeks. I was a liberal arts major, so it didn't matter. I already knew what restaurant I was going to work at. That's not funny. My son's a history major. Anyway, I said I used to go play on the road in Monroe, Louisiana. I used to play at this place, and he goes, Enoch's. And I said, yeah, I used to play at Enoch's. I said, wow, do you know the guy that ran that club? And he goes, Doyle? I said, yeah. Do you know Doyle? And he goes, yeah, Doyle was the best man at my wedding. Now, as a songwriter, like I said, I've pretty much burned through all the normal topics. I'm looking for stuff. When something like that happens to me, my first thought is, there's a song here somewhere. So I stood around and talked to this guy named Fred Cale, his Marine. I never talked to a man in uniform before, other than on the side of the road at 2 o'clock in the morning, trying to get the alphabet right backwards, I can't even do it forward, being a liberal arts major. We talked about guitars and music and songs and rock, America and all that stuff, Germany. We hatched this crazy idea that I was going to go write songs with soldiers. I was going to go to Iraq. I don't know if you've tried to go to Iraq during the war. It's actually quite complicated. It didn't work out. But Fred and I kept talking. Over email, he went back. And I went back to America. About 6 months we tried. Finally he goes, dude, this is not going to work. It's just too complicated. But listen, I want you to meet, in the meantime, I want you to meet these friends of mine. They're in the Texas National Guard. So I said, okay. So I had lunch with the head of the Texas National Guard and 5 of his assistants. And it was awkward, man. It's me and 5 guys in uniform. It's like weird. We were running out of stuff to talk about. And at some point I said, my best high school friend, he's in the Texas Guard. And they all go, oh, what's his name? And I went, well, you probably don't know him. There's like 60,000 people in the Texas Guard. I doubt you know him. The head of the guard goes, what's his name, son? It's like, oh, it's Bo Kenyon. And they all stopped and they went, do you know Bo? I went, no. Do you know Bo? And the head of the guard kind of leans over and he goes, son, Bo flies my helicopter. And I'm thinking, that's not a good idea. I know this man. I wouldn't trust him with a bicycle. But then I knew there was a song here. Still, I couldn't find the song, man. So I started going, but I like these guys. I liked them a lot. So I started going up to the National Guard base in Austin once a month. And I'd sit around and I'd just have like a conversation with 5 or 6 people. Just talking, because I wanted a song. Finally, at the 3rd meeting, 3rd month, this is 9 months after meeting Fred Cale in Germany. We're sitting there and one of them kind of offhand says the word Angel Flight. And I was like, Angel Flight, what an awesome song title. What's an Angel Flight? And he told me, Angel Flight, and a soldier dies that flies body home. So there's our song. The song changed my life. And it's funny, last night, after my show in Ashland, Virginia, went to the bar next door, have a drink. Go to the folk club so you can't get a shot of whiskey there.
You can hear.
That's what I'm afraid of. There was a couple at the bar who'd been at my show, and this guy leans over and he goes, you wrote Angel Flight? And I said, yeah. And he goes, wow, man. That's because I was Air Force. I just retired Air Force. And he goes, we played that song every day in Iraq. Cool, man. and LeBron James listened to me sing this song. And what he said afterwards is, "That guy's not so tall." I thought he was bigger than that. All I ever wanted to do was fly, leave this world and live in the sky. Lift the C-130 out of Fort Worth town, go up some days, but won't come down. Fly that plane, call the angel flight. Come on, brother, you're with me tonight. Between heaven and earth, you're never alone. On the angel flight, come on, brother, taking me home. Love my family, love this land, but tonight this flight's for another man. Do what we do as we hear the call. The son gave a little, but he gave all. So I fly that plane, call the angel flight. Come on, brother, you're with me tonight. Between heaven and earth, you're never alone. On the angel flight, come on, brother, taking you home. Come on, brother, taking you home. Oh. Well, the cockpit's quiet, the stars are bright. Feels kinda like church in here tonight. Don't matter where we touch down, on the angel flight, it's sacred ground. Fly that plane, call the angel flight. Got a hero riding for us tonight. Between heaven and earth, you're never alone. On the angel flight, come on, brother, taking you home. 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 All right, we're gonna take a short break. Keep singing.